Greetings from Moscow, Russia. I'm working late hours because of the time difference. This video is about orchestrations, just my thoughts and observations regarding orchestrations, and hopefully you will find it useful. Orchestrations in general, a good orchestration is to vary the dynamics, to have a loud moment, to have a soft moment. If you look at a score, a symphony score, it's never ever every single instrument blastissimo at the same time. There are a lot of chamber music elements in a good symphony, some kind of a trio, a quartet, where only certain instruments sound and the rest are taking a break. So it's very important to let your piece or rock song or anything like that breathe. Now you may say, oh well, why do I need to do any of those things? True, modern pop music is all just the same pre-programmed water sprinkler sound throughout, but that's not a good thing in my opinion. Now let's talk some more about contrast and how I feel it's very important to have those contrasts when you are speaking to somebody. If everybody is always yelling, your ears start blocking that information. It's when somebody all of a sudden starts speaking like that, your ears perk up and you're like, let me pay more attention to what that person is saying. I remember when I worked at Sam Ash many years ago, there was this guy, my supervisor. It's a whole other topic. But he used to have this tactic when he wanted to sell something, he would start speaking like this. I'm going to tell you about these saxophones, those Japanese Yamahas, don't buy them, but those Chinese made cannonballs are 3 times as good as the Yamahas. He would speak like that, and you can't help but start paying more attention to what he was saying. And I witnessed so many people falling for this tactic. Anyway, let's speak about contrast in classical music. Mr. Tchaikovsky, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, was a master arranger in my book. And he frequently employed partial kind of orchestra arrangement, meaning that you don't necessarily give it all you've got all the time. Let's take a listen to the Nutcracker Suite, the opening. If you notice what's missing, it's missing the bottom, it's missing the bass. It's very kind of light sounding. And then later on in the next song, it sounds complete, but it's deliberate. Everything, all the elements seem to be there in that Nutcracker Suite opening until you hear what a real full orchestra sounds like. Still very light, but then it gradually. See, that's a full orchestra already. So don't, just like when you're flying a balloon, right? Don't drop all your sandbags right away. That's the point I'm trying to make. In my opinion, a balanced piece, and it's not necessarily a rule of thumb, but it should have kind of a good opening. It doesn't need to be in the beginning, but it needs to be a solid kind of beginning, a low point, like another high point, not quite as loud or high as that one, and then have a strong finish. Again, there are many exceptions to that rule, but having it in my book, my kind of MO is to drop out in some points in my songs or my arrangements, and then towards the end just like deafen the listener. And if we were to discuss rock music, kind of similar approaches in rock music, one band that comes to mind to me is Nirvana, and they've borrowed this from the Pixies, who had a lot of contrasts in their songs, and of course, bands like System of a Down is famous for these like loud and just subdued moments. So Nirvana frequently employed a technique of simply dropping out, removing the guitar altogether from the mix, like here. Very effective, and then you deafen the listener. So just something to consider. Try playing around with different kind of chamber arrangements. Not every single instrument needs to be played at the same time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Bye.